streets ain't safe, boy. Streets ain't safe. Streets ain't safe.
Streets ain't safe. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Sha. Controvershah episode 3. Listen, I was out a little sick the past couple of weeks. My apologies. My last guest was Camille. You guys know about Camillitis. It's serious. It got to me. Went out with Fahad as well, apple picking. I don't know why he took me upstate to do some apple picking, and then I got a little more sick. But hey, we're back at it. I'm gonna get right into it. The first segment of our show, Who That Boy? Listen, this man right here, he cries a lot about how he was never put into the league years ago. He was put in his late 30s, and the truth is though, he played in a CBL Elite, and he never won a single championship until just recently. Back in the day, he was known for bringing in pretend Muslims. Listen, you know what I'm talking about. A brother Malik, real name Michael probably, or a brother Bilal, real name Brian probably, alright? So he brought in a bunch of ringers back in the day. Might sound familiar, but he never ended up winning, which is very interesting. On his Instagram, you might find him at children's museums, you know what I mean? All over New York, man. You might find him at art galleries taking, artistic pictures. So pretty much this man is a little boy in a big man's body, alright? He's so full of himself that we started calling him Ego Beast. He's a really good three-point shooter, but he might sometimes take about 23s, make maybe like 3, and still yell at you if you miss a couple. That's how he is, man. When I first met this guy, light-skinned, with tattoos, always talking about himself, I was like, man, I don't know about this dude. But as I got to know him, I realized there's a lot more than one and only Sayem Khan, aka Ego Beast.
What's up, y'all?
Hey. Sayem, first of all, thank you so much for being here.
Brother.
We appreciate you coming out here, And first and foremost, let me just get started, man.
All right.
Let me ask you, how come you're always so full of yourself? And it always feels like you're crossing the line between confidence and cockiness.
Well, first off, I'd say the reason why I'm the way I am is because, A, they kept me out of the league for so long. So I never got to give my full potential in CBL 30. I mean, I didn't come until, season 9?
Wow, season 9. Okay.
So first 8 seasons, I was pretty much banned from the league. CBL Elite was good. That was the perfect competition for me. And I wasn't too cocky in there because that was like the right kind of competition for me. But once they canceled Elite and then started CBL 30 and banned me, I felt this type of way, okay, wait till I get into CBL 30. I'll show you guys.
That's true. So let me ask you this, man. Why do you take every single shot and barely pass the ball?
Let's see. I wonder who asked that question. I take every shot because that's what I do. I'm a shooter. I'm a scorer. I gotta be the one on the team that's got to score most of the time, unless I have someone like Aaron Cox. But most of the time on the teams, they require me to do the shooting and the scoring. I don't really, I think the best team that I had a lot of support with in CBL 30 was probably the Iman team with Weiss and T. When T was in shape and actually good. But other than that, most of the teams I usually just take on the role of scoring, so I'm going to keep shooting.
Gotcha. And now, Streets is Talking, where we take your questions and ask the man right here. So first question, why do you ride the coattail of winners like Safi and Nafi to championships?
Well, if you think about it this way, they're riding my coattails because, sure, Safi won before, but Safi won with me in Twist. Next season, T and Weiss won with me. The next 2 seasons after that, Nafi and them won with me. I would have won that 3rd season before if I didn't have that back issue where I had a slip disc, kept me out of the playoff game against the OGs. So the OGs ended up playing Weiss and T without me. So it would have been 4 straight chips. So there's no coattails being ridden here, baby.
All right, there we go. Listen, Nav, Jayan, Ian, Freddie. you brought these guys in as Muslims. Are they really Muslims?
Well, Ian, no. Dion, no. Nav, no. And who was the last one?
Fred.
Who's Fred?
I don't know.
I don't know who Fred is, but that's not me. That was probably one of either Wakas or Camille's guys.
Hey, so you got it here. I gave him 4 names. 3 out of them, not Muslim. But he said they were Muslim. Hey.
Hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, man. You gotta just win the league. It didn't work for me in the league, but at least it's working in CBL 30.
Sai, one thing I want to ask you. Right now, you're a committee member, okay? Is it true that you tried to sabotage some of the player ratings for your benefit? People aren't happy with the ratings right now. They feel like the committee members, like yourself, you guys have been abusing the ratings to give other committee members the advantage. Your thoughts on that?
No, because ultimately, it was 4 of us that were doing it. We all agreed on everybody's ratings as a team. Even when some ratings were off, we proposed the rating changes to Raheel, but ultimately Raheel has the final call. So, like for example, someone like Silvio, I know Camille's one of the guys that complains. He told me a million times, Silvio's not a 6, Silvio's not a 6. I told him, wait till game 3, let me see. By game 3, I was like, you're right. He should be 5.5 max, in my opinion. But remember, we have a commissioner that makes the final rule. So even though I told Raheel, I think Silvio should be a 5.5, at this point, it's up to him to change it. It's not me.
Thanks, Raheel. Thanks for nothing. Sai, did you feel the championship that you guys won with TWSS was not legitimate? Because of the Iman game, where you left the gym in the middle of the game.
Man.
And by the way, that game was replayed and Sai's team actually won.
Listen, we would have won that other game anyway. If you forgot the end of that game, when they stopped it at 49-49, we were up with the ball with 49 seconds left. I don't know if anyone remembers that. We were down 6. That's when that BS call happened. I ran out of the gym. They called me back in. We started playing again. Safi hit a 3. I hit a 3. Boom. Game was tied. And then, I'm sorry, it was a tie game. We had the ball with 49 seconds left. So tell me how we should have lost that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't complain about that game because it's not like they were up and they called the game. It was a tie game, our ball, and then that's when T and Zach and everybody ran over to the table, started complaining just because me and Safi hit 2 threes to tie the game. So I don't feel bad about that at all. We earned that chip.
And
we won a chip with Farouk, baby.
That's a fact right there. So what if the league had not reversed that call against Iman? What if you guys had lost that game? Would you have come back to play next season?
Yeah, of course. I don't give up in basketball.
And where were you going when you took your bags with you and forgot your wife in the gym?
I don't know. I was gonna try and, probably go grab some halal food.
This man is so passionate about the game that he took all his bags, left out of the gym, forgot his wife there. That's passion right there, man.
You gotta love, listen, to do this for 38 years, not even. I started when I was about 12. So now I'm on my 26th year of basketball. So to do that and still have the passion to try and win, you gotta love the game to do this.
Absolutely.
A lot of people would give up. Look at someone like Farouk. He's like 75 years old and he's still playing.
Unbelievable.
It's freaking crazy. The guy loves basketball.
The guy looks like 90 though. You see his hair? You see the hair?
I know.
Oh man. Sai, let me ask you this then. Some people that we reached out to, they describe you as a hater, a crybaby, selfish, liar, cheater. How do you respond to that when people come with accusations like that?
That stuff doesn't bother me. You gotta beat me. If you talk all the crap you want to talk, that's fine. You still gotta do it on the court and back it up. Beat me on the court, and then I'll listen to you. Until you beat me, I'm not listening to nothing.
So, there's a rumor that you are picking up Mike Leander for next season. Rumor or false?
Listen, let me just win this season first, and then we'll go into the rumor mill for next season. I'll just tell you one thing, though. Mike definitely wants to leave Saleh.
Hey, what's wrong with Saleh? We like Saleh. Why doesn't Apron want to play with you?
I don't know. I think Apron first his excuse was he wanted to be loyal to Roy, which is cool. then I don't know. I guess he just doesn't want to play with the best shooter in the league. It's his loss. He could have had 20 assists a game. Mo knows the deal. He had mad assists playing with me.
Hey, speaking of Mo, let's talk about that incident where you and Mo H were on the same team and you guys had a very unpleasant exchange on the sidelines where you guys were cursing loud. Is that an example of your character?
It's an example of our passion. Me and Mo have pardon my language. Me and Mo have a passion for this game. If you're not in this league to win it, then what's the point? Like, yeah, you could play to have fun, but majority of the people in this league, the top players, are in this league to win it. You're not in here to waste time. People are not driving here to Brooklyn just to lallygag. You're here to win a goddamn trophy. So if you can't take a little jabbing back and forth, then this league ain't for you. I'm sorry.
Facts. 100% right about that. So, you said on record that you would pick up Mike Leander over Nafi next season. Do you still hold that belief?
I'm not sure when I said that on record, because Nafi is pretty much on my team no matter what. Even without Ant. Like, if Nafi is healthy, I'm still with Nafi. If Nafi didn't break his finger, I'm still with Nafi. You get what I'm saying? The only reason Ant is here is because Nafi's injured.
Right.
I would look, don't get me wrong, Ant is a great player. He's still one of my best, he's my brother. But Nafi's the one I came in here, I brought him in together, and we're gonna stick together in CBL 30.
Absolutely.
And nobody's picking up Ant if I drop him. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm in this huge network, we're all brothers. So if it wasn't Ant, I would have picked up another big man. I'm not gonna throw my season away even though we're 0-4. That'll never happen.
So shout out to Raheel for letting this happen again. Picking up players mid-season. I thought we were past that, but I guess it's the same old.
I beat the deadline.
Ain't a damn thing that changed in CBL, man. Thanks for nothing, Raheel. But honestly, Raheel, stop following that Priyanka Chopra, Nick Jonas wedding stuff, and start focusing on CBL. Make CBL great again, please. Sai, you've been a CBL member forever. What do you think about this younger generation of ballers that have come into CBL? Are they ready to take over?
I don't know. I mean, I look at the younger guys like Abdel, Omar, Khan, Tatto0ed. Like, I see like talent. I think a lot of them have a variety of talent. The one thing that I just don't see in any of these young kids is the killer instinct. I don't see any of these young kids with that mentality. I mean, I come on the court, you see, I'm gunning. You have no friends on the court. I think that these younger kids, that they're going the other approach. They're just too friendly on the court. They don't have that kill mentality. Like, you're supposed to come on the court. The best person to talk to get advice from this is Mike Leander, because he'll tell you. He's actually one of the best scorers in New York City right now. And we were talking to Sally about this because, we took Sally under our wings a little bit this last couple of weeks. And we noticed, Sally has a lot of talent, but he doesn't have that mentality, the kill mentality. And then we just really thought about it, and we don't see that in a lot of the young guys. The one guy in this league that I think should be able to take over and kill everybody is Abdel. He should be in this league averaging 20 a game, 10 assists, 10 rebounds. No reason someone like Abdel can't do that. But as far as the rest of them, I think, they're all here to just kind of, stay in shape, have fun.
Right.
But I see like the competition level kind of gearing down.
Any advice you have for the younger guys?
I mean, when I was their age, I ate, slept, drank, everything was basketball. And if you don't do that, then, just keep it as a hobby and focus on other things. But if you want to get good at basketball, you gotta be in the gym 24/7. You gotta be, the minute you wake up, basketball. You eat, digest, basketball. Go home, rest, wake up again, basketball. Everything has to be basketball.
They've said that this league has had such a positive impact on you as a person. Like, when you first came in here to now, and you've grown as a Muslim. Can you talk a little bit about that? How that happened?
For sure. I mean, that really is like true. When I first came in the league, I came in the league from a non-Muslim. Brought me into a Muslim league. And I didn't know anyone. I didn't know Farouk. I didn't know anyone. I just came in. I was a guy from the border of Queens and Long Island. I played in all like those big time leagues. I played in like Tri-State. I played 2 years in Pro City. I played 1 year in Dykeman, but these are all when I was like 21, 22 years old. So when I came in this league, I was 27. So like my time playing with those kind of competition was winding down big time. So my friend brought me in here, and he said, "Yo, you should check out this league. It's in Jackson Heights." So he brought me to this small gym. It was the garden school. I don't know if you guys remember the garden school. They bring me into this gym, and I'm like, all right. And then I see it's like I never really played against Indians, Muslims. I've never been in that environment. So when I went in there, just because of the competition I've been playing against, I always felt like I was a little bit above them. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna come in here and I'm just gonna work these guys out. I'm gonna kill them. So my first game came in, I think I dropped like 35 points, and everybody was like, who the hell is this guy? Farouk was like, oh man, he's on my team now. So he ended up making me leave the team I was on and joining his team. But yeah, so when I came in, that was when I kind of became affiliated with all the the Muslim community who I never really grew up with. I grew up with white people, black people, Spanish people, but I was never surrounded by Muslims until I came into CBO. Wow. And I never, like, just as a personal choice, I never drank. I never did a lot of the the Muslim things. Never ate pork. But being in this group taught me a lot more about Islam. Right. So I was always grateful for that, because from like 27, when I came in the league, I was a little lost still, kind of like finding my way. By the time I hit 30, that's when just life made sense. Everything just turned around for me 180, career-wise, family-wise. I stopped messing with those white girls that Farouk loves, so that was huge. And
that's a positive.
Yeah, that was huge. Once I stopped messing with those white girls that Farouk loves, I ended up getting married, had a couple kids. Alhamdulillah, everything worked out.
Very nice. Sai, to thank you, for your participation in this league for all the years. We actually got you a couple of gifts. So my man over here is gonna give you the gifts right now.
Hey, Zai.
Hey.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you, brother.
And on the Shah Show.
Thank you.
Good job. So, the community really, loves you, hates you, but generally speaking, we all love you, man. You bring a special personality, to Crescent basketball, Crescent sports. You forgot to mention his football championship.
That's
he's
right.
Success stories.
That's right. That's
Come
right.
on,
That's
bro.
true.
I'm a multi-sport player.
So wherever he
bro.
goes, right,
It's not just basketball, baby.
he attracts discussion and drama. And what do I love the most? Drama.
You do, unfortunately.
I know. So we got some gifts for you. It's not some good gifts. Let's go right through it. First thing I want to get you is
I don't know if I want these gifts.
the first ever guest to get the Controvershah shirt.
Hey, can I play with this tonight?
They got a technical, but you can play.
Street safe. Street safe.
Street safe.
So you mentioned about Deen. So we got your little book, which I think will only help you with the Deen. It's the life of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Peace be upon him and his family. I think it's a good read. Yep. Inshallah, I think you should, when you get a chance, you want to read this. It's a good book. Put it back in there, give it the proper respect.
All right.
We got you a little t-shirt for your daughter, for Hannah.
Oh, is this Camille size?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Uncle Camille. Thank you, Uncle Camille.
Camille hooking it up, as always.
Uncle Camille, you're the best.
Now you've been a sour post some guys from Sour Patch Candy. Represent your personality.
Hey, I'm not sour anymore, baby. This season is going to turn out mighty fine.
And to acknowledge your football presence, we got you some hot gloves. Two reasons to do. We play football again and to get your shooting hand back.
Right.
That's some heat. And last but not least, we got you some good stuff. We got some sweets from one of the best Brooklyn bakeries, Michael's, for your family to enjoy.
Yeah, how you going to give this before my game?
So you can see it later. But we want to acknowledge your efforts and, your participation.
Thank you, man.
I think no matter what happens on the court, off the court, Sayem is a great guy.
Awesome guy.
I think he's there for you if you need him. I can say firsthand. So I think those things are important. And, you want to add anything else before I step away?
Hey, listen, I just want to thank Sai for being here with us today. This is one of the most genuine guys I know.
Off the court.
He does a lot off the court for people. His businesses are always open for us. Come hang out, no matter what time it is, always open. And he's done a lot. He's always, ever since I've known him, he's always had my back, whether it be on social media or whether it be in real life, and I appreciate that a lot. And so we just want to thank everyone for their participation. We appreciate you guys. Thank you for all your questions. Thank you for everything, all the feedback that we've gotten. And listen, it's a wrap for today. We're going to see you in the next episode of Controvershah 1.
Streets ain't safe, boy. Streets ain't safe. If he ain't got it, then you better head back. Ain't safe, boy. Say the streets ain't safe.